It's now time for the VP Playback. Let's go.
Okay, let's go to Elizabethton, Tennessee, home of the Cyclones, and now also the home of the Dave Ryder Center for Athletic Performance, as Coach Sean Witten does a little meet and greet and ask some of the former Elizabethton Cyclone players to come stop by, check out the brand new facility, see all the new things happening. As you can see, the Dave Ryder Center is right behind the Cyclone Stadium there. So anyway, the former players got an opportunity to take a look the way you're looking right now, to see the nice facility, the turf inside there for indoor practice, and right beside it you got the beautiful weight room, and the weight room is decked out in orange and black and state of the art, and a lot of great free weights there for the team to get bigger, better, and stronger. And of course, we've got an indoor facility for basketball as well. But anyway, let's go to Coach Witt as he kicks off a pregame speech.
Hey, listen right here, all right? And this puts in perspective of what Cyclone football is all about. It's one big family. Former players, coaches, people that have worn that uniform before you. Hey, there's no person, all right? There's no position that's greater or lesser than the other. You got a job to do, you got to do it.
Okay, the Cyclones are now pumped and ready. The VP Playback is back, and the Cyclones are taking for the 102nd time a battle against the Cyclones and Hilltoppers to kick off the season for 2026. And in the mix in 2026 is CJ Mathis as he takes off and he goes to the outside as he gets knocked out of bounds to get things started for the Cyclones. And since he did a great job, we'll give it back to CJ as he busts in the middle, but he cuts outside once again, goes out of bounds, and he keeps it going for a first down. This time, brand new quarterback Peyton Lingerfeld decides to go into the air, and he strikes, and it looks good as skating down the sideline goes the Cyclones, reaching out for a first down. But with a great start there, unfortunately, it was stopped. Coach Witten was excited, but now a little disappointed that he's got to give the Hilltoppers an opportunity to go. And here we go. As you can see, Pearson Harrison somehow just throws it up, and there to catch it is Mackie Karamitis, able to make the miraculous catch there this time. Rolling left goes Pearson, but Harrison decides to now dash right, and he goes and he takes it inside the 20-yard line, and this time he hands it off. Number 26, Sage Milhorn, as he gets stuffed by Legend Pate from the Cyclones and a few other Cyclone members. And this time they decide to go back up the middle again, but nowhere to go as they run into a Cyclone brick wall there, and the cowbells are ringing, and here we go. Looks like Cyclones could stop them, but wait a minute, they do one more time. Coming in with a bang, Kalen Reed and the rest of the Cyclones shutting them down, but whoop, ball gets loose, but somehow Harrison able to pick the ball up, and he strikes, and he finds number 23, Mackie Karamitis, in the end zone for an Hilltopper touchdown. Fans going crazy as they're decked out in their red, white, and blue. The Hilltoppers on the board first for the first game of the year. Cheerleaders, band, you know, they're doing their thing. 6-0, 2:44 left in the first quarter as the kick goes up, and it is good. That's going to make it 7-0, 2:44 left in the first quarter. And as you can see, there's Mr. William Bowers. Man, he has a serious foot on him, and we may be able to see if he can make a difference. That was my call, that he can make a difference in that game. Anyway, McDuffie up the middle there for the Cyclones. That's going to be in the quarter. So we're in the second quarter, third down. As you can see, Lingerfeld strikes, and he finds senior Braylon Britt. And woo, look at that horn there. That's a big, unique Cyclone horn. And anyway, we got a fourth down situation. And Coach Will said, hey, I don't like what I see here. We need to call a timeout, figure some things out. We're not going to let this drive die. Anyway, fourth down and a little rollout after a little play action from Lingerfeld. And he dashes to the sideline, and it looks like he possibly had the first down. But anyway, a few plays later, they're shut down, and there's Bowers with his first attempt of the year. And woo, goes wide left. Cyclones end up with no points after their second opportunity, and it gives it back to Pearson Harrison, and he lets the running backs do work, and work is what they are doing, as number 26, Sage Milhorn, in the mix, and no one can stop him. They're hard to bring him down, but anyway, Cyclones able to stop it. As you can see, they're going to have to punt, and they punt it away, and back there deep you have Britt taking off, and he dashes. He takes it inside the 50 as a bunch of flags just come flying from everywhere with 5:31 left. Cyclones are like they're in good position. And little play action fake on the end around. And look, Lingenfeld decides to keep him, and he works his way down inside around the 20-yard this time. Lingenfeld almost loses it, somehow is able to recover, and he's got nothing but open space in this place, and he dashes in for a touchdown. Cyclones now on the board. Give him 6 as the Cyclones strike pay dirt. Right back in it. And there's the cowbells ringing. And they're decked out all in their orange. 4:02 left. 7-6. Cyclones down by 1. Will Bowers goes up. Boom! But it gets blocked! Just like that. Hilltoppers denied. 7-6 Hilltoppers as Bowers kicks it into the next county. I believe he kicked that into Mountain City. Wow, what a foot he's got on him. He's an Iowa State commit. Anyway, in the meantime, between times, I'm running my mouth, dashing in, taking off his Keontae Harris as he goes all the way. Looks like a 70-plus yard touchdown. And the Hilltoppers don't waste any time as they get back on the board. Touchdown. They go crazy, the band goes crazy, the cheerleaders playing their tune that Cyclones don't want to hear with 3:48 left. That's not 3, that's 13. Actually made it 14. Anyway, Lingenfeld, nowhere to go, but somehow he throws the ball up and whoop, almost intercepted by Harris. But Coach Whitten, he decides to call. He said, hey, it's time to cook, man. We got to get things working here. Anyway, they hand it off to C.J. Mathis. C.J. Mathis gets stuffed and stuck, knocked out of bounds, nowhere to go anyway. Gives the ball back up to the Hilltoppers. Harrison strikes, finds right across the middle. Hunt Simpson as he gets the first down for the Hilltoppers. And Harrison decides to go back in the air again, and whoop! Somehow it falls out of the Hilltoppers, and right there is the legend Pate, as he intercepts the ball. He takes it right down the sidelines, and the momentum shifts back to the side of the Cyclones, even though they're down by 8. Cyclone fans going crazy, cheerleaders as well. They're excited, they're pumped. They are down by 8 with 8:03 left in the second quarter. This time, little play action pass from Lingenfeld, and he strikes high in the sky, and he could have a throw! Almost a touchdown, and that could have been a game-changing moment for the Cyclones. However, Cyclones still get another opportunity as they work the ball down, and there he goes. Lingenfeld takes off, he goes down, and they call him the first down. As you see flags flying everywhere. Cyclones somehow weren't able to finish off after and not able to capitalize from that great interception from Legend Paper. Anyway, Reed doing work there as you saw the previous play, but oh boy, here come the Hilltoppers, and number 26, Sage Milhorn, gets a big play, first down, and here come the Hilltoppers. They keep it on the ground and dashing his way. I believe that's a freshman. Knox Necessary says, excuse me, as I just dash right down for a touchdown, Hilltoppers, and he is super pumped. Fans, super pumped. Hilltoppers, 26 by 22 left, and icing on the cake makes it 21-6. Just at 5 minutes left before the half. Lingenfeld trying to make something happen. Coach says, throw it away, but he gets dumped in the backfield. Gives the Hilltoppers another opportunity. Ba-boom! Right there, quick as a cat. Elijah Robinette. Stuff behind the line. Anyway, once again, work being done by the Cyclones. And halftime, we start the third quarter. Science Hill somehow scored another touchdown. We didn't quite get that as John was changing out the batteries, but Cyclones at least do block the kick. Hilltoppers now up big by 3 scores. And ball gets loose, but somehow CJ's able to pick it up. And there he goes. He's got a little space in the place, and he takes off as they bring him down towards midfield. But you see a bunch of flags flying everywhere. Of course, you got those cramps going on in the backfield there, but rest are like, what happened? Well, this is what happened. You got personal foul called on both sides, or dead ball foul, and Anyway, Cyclones gonna keep that good field position. Give it to Matthews. Matthews, nice little cuts, left, right, spins, and he gets a first down. Great way to start it off for the Cyclones as they're down 3. Anyway, they hand it off to Legend Pate. And Legend Pate says, hey, you know what? I'll give Matthews a break. Do some work. In the meantime, you know what? Since he did such a great job, you might as well give it to Legend Pate again. As he's just 5 yards short for the first down. I got to feel they're going to give it to him again. And they do. And this time he's like, I got the first for you. As he just strikes to get the first down. Now they give Legend a break. And as you can see, a little play action fake going around is Lingerfeld easily in for the touchdown. Cyclones right back in the game, only down by 2 scores. Cyclones on the board. 7:38 left. Bowers this time says, you know what? No problemo. Makes it 27-13. And Hilltoppers, they're not done. As boom! Stop! Back. He takes it back. That's a great way to start for the defense of the Cyclones, but you know what? Hilltoppers, they've got that guy right there, number 2, and he knows what to do as he's got nothing but open space in the place, dashing for another touchdown. Keontae Harris, give him 6, give them 33 to the Hilltoppers. Actually made it 34, 34 after extra point, which we didn't see anyway. Another kickoff time, not in favor for the Cyclones, but you know what? Guy like C.J. Mathis is not giving up. Excellent on his kickoff returns in the game, but gets him once again in good field position, and you can see scrambling for his life is Peyton Lingerfeld, and he somehow finds enough room to scoot right down the sideline into the Hilltoppers territory. This time, Peyton Lingerfeld looks to go in the air, and he strikes, and he finds Mr. Britt. And Britt says, you know what? I got it inside the 15-yard line, and that's going to set up Peyton Lingerfeld for him to call his own number. And you know what? He dashes in for another easy touchdown for the Cyclones. Cyclones not giving up. Well, not enough for the Cyclones as time runs out on them. They lose on 34-0 to the Hilltoppers. Travel accommodations provided by the Network King Travel Agency. Coming up next, the VP Playback Pizza Inn Play of the Week. Quality Trophy presents the VP Playback Player of the Week. Quality Trophy presents the VP Playback Player of the Week.
It's now time for the VP Playback. Let's go!
All right, and welcome back to the VP Playback Show. I'm Chris Reddick, and I'm now at Hampton, home of the Hampton Bulldogs here in Carter County, and right beside of me, we have Week 1, the Quality Trophy and Engraving VP Playback Week 1 Player of the Week, Bryson Blevins, quarterback for the Hampton Bulldogs. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, so Bryson, let's get right into it. I'm sure you got a lot of hardware this week. This guy put in the work. Yep. 250 yards in the air, 4 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, almost 50 yards on the ground rushing. That puts you at almost 300 yards in the game.
Yep.
Transferred from Elizabethton, just a sophomore. He's got a little game experience at Elizabethton, but now he's the starter. Bryson, tell me, how's it feel to have a great start here at Hampton with a game like that?
I mean, it was awesome, man. You know, when I first came here, you know, everyone was like, they're not going to pass the ball, they're not going to pass the ball, and then I feel like we showed everyone this week what we're about this year.
Well, you actually just answered my question. I was going to ask you that. You know, Hampton is known for the ground game. They always have a big line. They love to run.
Yep.
So, Coach Lumford, what did he see in you to see that you could bring that versatility to Hampton?
You know, I mean, I threw for, you know, like almost 900 yards last year in 4A, so he was very confident in me to pass against, you know, it's not lower competition, but I mean, it's a lower division, so he was expecting me to do high things here.
Sounds like you got a nice receiving core. A lot of people a lot of variety and guys to throw to. Some of the guys that you was able to throw touchdowns to.
You know, Aldo Cordell, I think he had 2 touchdowns, 103 yards with 4 receptions. He's a great guy, small, fast. Logan Hughes, I think he had 2 touchdowns too, like 50 yards. Caden Jones had 1 touchdown, like 98 yards, and Anthony Orton's a guy you don't hear about a lot, but he's really good at receiving and plays a lot of defense for us, so yeah.
Awesome. Now let's talk about, we mentioned the big line, used to doing a lot of blocking on the ground game. How about the protection you got? Talk about your lines.
Oh, dude, I mean, left tackle Dylan Campbell, he's 6'8", 400, something like that. You know, Bubbles, Rivergill, we call him Bubbles. He's very good at right tackle too. He's going to play center this week because we got in a little fight at Avery, but
gotcha.
Yeah, we're very big up front, and I have a lot of time back there.
All right, so exciting year for you guys. One thing that's exciting about the Bulldogs is you can hear the construction going on in the background. They are putting the final touches to the brand new stadium. Just drove by. It's a beautiful stadium. Just talked to Coach Lumford. He told me how excited you guys are. I believe it's going to be ready the day before you actually play on it. So how excited is this team to be?
Oh, dude. It's so, Hampton's never really had any facilities like this. So I think a lot of people are going to be appreciative of, all the construction workers, and that first home game you're going to have to get there about 2 hours early to even get a seat, So I think it's going to be very, very good environment for us.
Well, I'm going to try to make sure I'm there. I was talking to Coach Lumford. He's expecting record crowds there. So like he said, if you want to get there, make sure you are there early. All right. Well, let's talk on the academic side. I know school just started. I know you're just a sophomore, but interest in school. I know it's a little bit early, but do you have any interest on what you want to do maybe when you graduate?
I haven't thought about it much yet. I mean, hopefully play football in college, but I don't really know if anything else if I don't play football in college yet. Maybe physical therapist.
Okay.
I like that.
So still have a little tie-in with athletics. All right. Well, there you go. You know what? This guy's got a great start. It's a possibility we may see him as another award winner. But anyway, congratulations, Bryson, off to a great start, and congratulations to your team, to your coach, to the community of Hampton. A lot of things have gone on here in the community in the last few years, so something like this has got to be exciting for the community. Let's talk one final question since we are mentioning community. The community, how are they feeling about everything?
Oh, dude, I mean, away games, we bring a crowd. I mean, they're very supportive. No one's selfish. No one's, I want this, I want that. They're all just a team bond, and they come support us day in, day out.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong, and it seemed like I saw a social media post that they're taking a bus up there.
Student bus.
Yeah, so they're loading fans up, so golly, that's exciting. So they're trying to make to where a home game is anywhere you go, no matter the way. So awesome. So great. So Bryson Blevins, like I said, I know coach is waiting for you to get to practice. You got a team to lead. Once again, congratulations for being the quality trophy and engraving VP Playback Player of the Week for Week 1.
You got to get up to get down. So game up and get down. Raise up and look up and all around. Just get up and game up and get down. Game up to get. Turn up to get down. Game up to get. Turn up to get down. Game up to get. Turn up to get down. Game up to get. Turn up to get down.
The VP Playback Pizza Inn Play of the Week.
Yeah, it wasn't quite what you thought it would be.
Solitary, touchdown, Hilltoppers. Solitary, touchdown, Hilltoppers.
the VP Playback Pizza Inn Play of the Week.
Let me see ya. Hey, with them real big snaps.
Travel accommodations provided by the Network King Travel Agency. And now it's time for the VP Playback bonus play. It's now time for the VP Playback. Let's go! Okay, and finally, before we go, we got to talk Sevier County. Sevier County at Carson University delivered a statement win last Friday, powering past Farragut 35-7 in a performance fueled by sharp execution, confidence, big-time playmaking on both sides of the ball. Of course, the spotlight belonged to Connecticut commit Cooper Newman and Duke commit Parker Newman, who put on a toss and catch showcase that Farragut simply couldn't contain. Cooper commanded the offense with poise, extended plays, and delivering strikes all over the field, while Parker was explosive with crisp routes, strong hands, and chunks gained after the catch. Every time Sevier County needed momentum, the Newman connection delivered. Hey, that's all we have for you today. Remember to tune in next week for the VP Playback Sports Show. God bless. Travel accommodations provided by the Network King Travel Agency.